Hello, everybody. My name is David Sojohn's son, and today our team will be going over the company China DC/EP CBDC. And we're not only going to talk about the China branch, we're going to talk more based on this global international aspect. And I am the CEO, and Aldiar is the CHRO, and Terrence is the CMO, and Max is the CFO. And the reasoning is because our buddy Aldiar, he's great at basically gathering and managing our company and putting everything together. And CMO for Terrence because he's great at marketing, does very well with that. And CFO for Max because he's great with numbers and just making sure our company doesn't sink. And without him, we'd basically be lost.
So hello everybody. My part is overview. I want to say that digital currency restrained payment, or DCEP, has become the latest buzzword in the blockchain community. As China announced a series of blockchain initiatives amid capitalizing on this emerging technology. The country's push on rolling out the digital version of yuan could bring a significant impact to the global blockchain landscape, potentially accelerate the adoption of digital currency globally. From a macro perspective, potential benefits digitalizing currency could bring, and its impact on monetary policy, financial stability, and integrity.
All right, so I'm now going to talk a little bit about racing to digital in this cryptocurrency context. So first of all, while lawmakers in the US were still questioning the potential security and legal issues of Facebook Libra, it seems to be one step ahead when it comes to digitalizing its currency. Just this week, China revealed more details about the DCEP project. Initially, the PBOC will distribute basically the digital currency to all commercial banks and replace the reserve money system by reducing interbank transfer barriers. After the system stabilized, the central bank will additionally commercialize the digital currency on the market by allowing major fintech companies to use it for their mobile payment systems. Official claims that this project named GCEP is an effort of 6 years of hard work and research, and it will share the same nature and legal status as the traditional fiat currency. The swift move from China seems to make the country a global leader when it comes to the blockchain application, and it could be the biggest monetary transformation in a decade. However, China's ambitiousness could also lead to a new global blockchain race. The United States, on the other hand, has been largely lukewarm, if not negative, over blockchain and Bitcoin in general. Some lawmakers on Capitol Hill have expressed their opposition over the issuance of digital currencies, and the SEC has been unconvinced on some crypto-related financial products. At the same time, the United States President, Donald Trump, also said he was not a fan of all these cryptocurrencies. However, China's latest blockchain push could shift the tide in the US, and the country could take a more proactive approach in this field, as two superpowers have been competing on the technology front. A showdown in blockchain between the US and China could potentially possible as we approach the year 2020.
Hi guys, it's me again, David, and I'll be going over the digital currency, the global landscape. So China may be leading the global digital currency game for now, but other countries could be catching up pretty soon. And new research from the International Monetary Fund shows that at least 15 jurisdictions, including China, have studied the possibility of digitalizing their currencies. And these countries include Australia, Brazil, Eastern Caribbean, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Uruguay, Bahamas, Canada, Sint Maarten, I can't really pronounce that, Ecuador, Israel, Philippines, and the United Kingdom. The IMF also highlights that emerging market economies have shown the most interest in central bank digital currency because they believe it will be able to foster financial inclusion by reaching out to the unbanked segments of the population. In the case of advanced economies, countering operational risk and monopoly distortion, reducing costs associated with managing cash were among major reasons for them to explore central bank digital currency or CBDC.
All right, and let me continue with the pros topic. So emerging market economies and advanced economies may have a different rationale and motivate behind their CBDC researches. But in general, CBDC may able to improve the efficiency of the payment system, reduce transfer costs, and could encourage financial inclusion. In terms of payments, CBDC could address some of the privacy concerns by conducting transactions anonymously under a centralized environment, which could also curb the development of private forms of anonymous payment, reducing some of the AML and CFT risks. From the monetary policy transmission perspective, the IMF believes that CBDC will not interrupt the transmission substantially. And if CBDC will able to stimulate greater financial inclusion, the transmission could be more effective. Peter Balfinger, monetary policy and international economics professor at the University of Würzburg, believes that the digitalization of money has the potential to change traditional structures of the financial system and could redefine the roles of banks and central banks. But digitalization won't wear away the control of central banks over the financial systems.
So the cons for each pro, they're like cones. So CBDC could potentially raise some new security concerns, despite it has the features that encourage financial inclusion. The digital nature that allows easier transaction also increase operational risks from the disruption and cyber attacks. IMF also knows that the demand for CBDC will not necessarily be very high initially, and it will be depend on the attractiveness of alternative forms of money. If a continuation of low demand in CBDC occurs, it could increase the system running costs for central banks and other institutes. Additionally, the adoption of CDBC could curb the development of private forms of anonymous payment. This move could increase the risks to financial integrity.
All right, so we're already at our conclusion, unfortunately, but it's really too early to make conclusions on the benefits of CBDC, as this is still largely in the beginning stage, and central banks and commercial banks were still in the process to evaluate what kind of impact the digital currency could bring to market. However, many of the experts agree that the changes that CBDC could bring are profound and widespread. Thank y'all for listening, and yeah.